Hey y'all, on today's podcast, we help one of our Flip Your Life community members take their online business to the next level.
Welcome to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, where life always comes before work. We're your hosts, Shane and Jocelyn Sands. We're a real family that figured out how to make our entire living online. And now, we help other families do the same. Are you ready to flip your life? All right, let's get started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast. Great to be back with you again today. This is a special live recording on Facebook of an emergency coaching session. I got a message yesterday from a Flip Your Life community member. She was hysterical, she was crying, and she was freaking out. And rightly so. That is the exact response that I would expect. But I want to welcome on to this live call Crystal Harper. Hey, Crystal.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You good? You okay?
Yes,
you surviving?
thank you.
All right.
I'm okay.
All right. So I want to, I'm going to let, I told Crystal last night, I said, calm down, go to sleep. This is a bad problem, but we're going to overcome it together. And and today's Saturday, it's Saturday about 1:00. And I said, I will go to my office tomorrow and I will jump on a call with you and we will talk through this and come up with some kind of solution. So I'm going to turn this over to Crystal real quick. She's a little nervous because it's the first time she's ever been live before. And I'm going to be recording this for the podcast, of course, because I think this is a huge topic and we've got to talk about. And I think a lot of people are going to get some value here. So Crystal, first of all, tell everybody about you and what you do online, and then tell everybody the disaster that happened in your business last night.
Okay. Well, I help teachers learn how to create online courses, e-learning. And I just help teachers transitioning into e-learning. I help them learn the skills to create an online course. And so with everything going on with coronavirus and everything lately, all of a sudden, the last 2 days, I started getting, I was making some posts too about the issues going on. And I was getting I think I got almost 300. I had almost 500 members in my Facebook group, and I gained almost 300 as of last night within 24 hours. So wow. I was it was just all day long yesterday. I was having to accept new members constantly. It was just constant. And so I was on Facebook all day yesterday. I made posts through different Facebook groups and everything. I don't know what happened.
So what did happen? You tried to log into Facebook, and what did you find?
Well, no, I was on Facebook at the time. Well, the exact time it happened, I was joining a few extra Facebook groups.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's what triggered it.
Okay. What's it?
I got my whole Facebook account shut down. I can't get into it. I disappeared. I'm a non-existent person on Facebook now.
And if you don't exist on Facebook, do you really exist in real life?
I know.
Seriously, right?
Right.
Okay. So basically, when you sent me a message, it was not only I had this happen recently. I had a Facebook business account get disabled where I couldn't show ads, and but I'm still on Facebook. But you literally, it wasn't your Facebook page. It wasn't even your Facebook group. It was you. Your profile is gone. Absolutely gone. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a huge problem. This is a big problem because so your business, you have an online business. You have a membership, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What's your primary form of content? I forget. Is it blogging, podcasting?
Blogging. As of now, it's blogging. Yeah.
Okay. You do get website traffic, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then how many members do you have right now?
54.
It's awesome.
Or no, 56. 56. I'm sorry.
Okay. You do have focus primarily on building an email list as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay. How big is your email?
I have 1,700 on my email list.
Perfect. Okay. So first of all, let's step back and realize what's happened here. Because what happens when people get kicked off of Facebook, one, it is a freak out moment because it is a problem. But one thing that we always tell everybody is Facebook is free and owes you nothing. And they get to choose when to cancel you, and they get to choose when they don't have any customer service because they're free. They don't believe they owe you any customer service, right? When they probably don't. You know what I mean?
Okay, right.
And it sucks but Facebook is only one possible avenue toward your customers. Okay. So you have done really, I want to first lift you back up a little bit and say, look, your business is your website, Crystal. Your business is your email list. Your business is your membership. Okay. Nothing has happened except you've basically had your phone lines cut to your customers, right?
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
And
but
especially with
manageable.
Yeah, it's just worse timing. Like I was getting all this huge flow of people. So
yeah, I know it's overwhelming.
And then also, I don't think anything has to do with any of it. But at the same time, I feel so bad because at the same time, Jeanette Stein had just messaged me saying that she was going to promote my group and her group, her math teachers group, because a lot of people were asking questions. And literally minutes after she made that post, my account got deleted. So I feel so bad. She
no, it's not
raved about me.
Yeah,
no, I'm not
Jeanette's
saying
fault.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she raved about me to her.
I think Jeanette's in the chat right now over here. By the way. Hi, Jeanette.
Okay.
Jeanette, what are you doing? You're so powerful and you're sharing, you're just demolishing things on your path. Just kidding. All right, look, I think let's break this down. Let's talk about why this may have happened first. I think that's really valuable,
right? Okay.
To avoid things like this maybe happening like in the first place. Okay. So one, based on what you're telling me, it sounds like maybe they thought you had a fake account. I think that might have been the problem.
I got a note. It said something like they had to check my identity and make sure I wasn't a robot, something like that.
Did you follow up with that notification? And did it tell you to do anything? Was it in your email? Was it on Facebook before it got canceled? What happened?
It was on right when it got shut down. Like I was signed up for that group, and then all of a sudden it popped up saying that my account was disabled, and then asked me to upload a picture of myself to ensure. Yeah, so I did that. And then now every time I try and go on there, it just says its review is in process. It doesn't say a time length or anything. It just says it's in process.
Okay, well, that's good. It's not so you can still go to the Facebook homepage and put your name and password in, and it tells you something, right?
Yeah, as soon as I log in, it brings up that gray screen.
Log in real quick. Pull up a browser tab. And log in real quick, and let's take a look at that. Maybe you can share your screen and show me what it looks like, and we can kind of talk through it. And I'll describe what's happening. I'll describe what's happening on the screen for when we share this audio later. I'm going to read some comments while you're pulling that up. Tell me when you've got it. Jeanette says, "Oh, I hate this happened." Jeanette, not your fault. Jocelyn is actually in the chat too, and she said there was an initiative to get rid of fake accounts recently. I think she said this has happened to several people that she's heard of, so you're not alone. Okay. With everything with coronavirus and the quarantine stuff, they're trying to make sure that nobody's trying to take advantage of this. And with the election stuff happening this year too, we've got a lot of reasons why a Facebook account could get shut down. And we want to be really super careful. Everybody who's listening to this, we've got to be really super careful with our Facebook accounts. Okay. So what we're looking at here on the screen, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, or if you're listening to this, I'm looking at the Facebook screen. Crystal's pulled up her screen right now. And it says, you can't use Facebook right now. We're currently reviewing your submission. So they have acknowledged that they've gotten your image. We're always looking out for the security community. So until then, you won't be able to use Facebook. So I think that's a really good sign, Crystal. Yeah. I think that's going to be I think you at least have a chance of getting this back. Okay.
Right.
So let's not panic yet. Okay. Remember, we're all in a marathon, not a sprint here. We are glaciers, not forest fires. We're in this for the long run. Mm-hmm. And we have a little hope here that you're going to get your Facebook account back eventually. Okay.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay. So let's go back to your, okay. You're already back on your screen.
Yeah.
All right. Put it back. So, all right. So one, let's look at some lessons we can learn here. One, we've got to be careful about if you do get it back. And everybody who still has their Facebook page, we got to be careful that we're not doing anything to try. There's a part in the ad policy. There's actually a user part of the user agreement with Facebook that says, which is a balancing act, but it says you will not try to take advantage of situations, right? Like overhype or do things. So I think maybe you got flagged. It seems like because you were talking about coronavirus. But hey, I've been talking about coronavirus, right? Everybody's been talking about coronavirus, but I think we've got to look at our language. For example, you don't want to say, "Hey, are you quarantined? Come watch my video." You would say hey, Are you stuck at home for the next few weeks? I've got some training for that I'm going to share with you. So we got to be really careful with our language, right? Definitely. 2, when you're seeing fast growth, right? That's crazy. I think you had the perfect storm of you had been talking about something that was in the news. You had done what you're supposed to do, and that's grow your audience. And we're getting a big insurge of people, right? Mm-hmm. I think just maybe that's why. Maybe they determined that was what was happening is, hey, this person is talking about something that's sensational and getting a lot of followers at the same time. Let's just check her and make sure that she's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not sure if you could have prevented it. Maybe your copy could have been a little different, but I don't think I would ever tell anyone not to try to grow their Facebook group fast. Right?
Right.
It's just cost of doing business, don't you think? I mean, it's risk reward, you know? What do you think about that? Does that feel like what's happened here, do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think, because I posted, it was the night before though. So it was actually about exactly 24 hours later that I had posted about the coronavirus. I just posted in some different Facebook groups because that's where I get a lot of people whenever I post in other people's Facebook groups.
Yeah, for sure.
And
which is a strategy that Facebook is encouraging right now, by the way. Like groups and talking to they love groups. They want groups to grow, and you're doing it like the right way. You're making relationships and you're bringing value to these other groups. So you didn't do anything wrong. You just got caught by the algorithm. It's a robot that thought it saw something wrong, basically.
And I did get, I think maybe 2 people out of the hundreds that were interested in my posts were not happy with my posts. Like I did get a couple comments for like, this is sickening. Why are you trying to advertise for like, so I don't know if I possibly got reported, but like I said, it was 24 hours later, but the posts were still there. But
yeah, I posted some things like the other day. Jocelyn and I are about to do a conference. We're going to do a virtual conference because, you know, all these conferences are getting canceled. And I know how important live events are for education and learning and connections. And so we wanted to put together like a virtual summit. Okay. Yeah. And I actually put in my post, I put when I said we might call it the quarantine conference jokingly, I put, this is a joke, tongue firmly tucked in cheek. And I had one guy make a comment about like, oh, marketing during this. And I just went at that dude. Like, I mean, I think I know he's a fan of our podcast. I don't think he was trying to say anything, but like, I was like, I know where my heart is. This is not a negative thing. I'm not trying to do anything to take advantage of this. You need to shut up.
I saw that post.
Yeah. Right. And I'm like, because I'm not going to let someone, if you report this, you're a turd, basically. Yeah. Like, because you're not trying to do anything, but like, we can't help what other people do. It's just part of the deal,
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So this is good. I think this is good. If anyone else has any comments in the chat, I would love to read comments. If you've ever had your Facebook account disabled for something and you got it back, if you know someone who this has happened to and they got it back, I would love for if you got any encouragement to give to Crystal right now, give that. I'd love to read some comments here on the air, talk about that a little bit.
I can't see any. I can't even go on
for
Facebook.
Sure, and I'll read them. Yeah, I'll read them. You can actually open if you open facebook.com/lifestyle and another tab, you can see it on my Facebook page. It's actually broadcasting live, and so you can actually open it. Just make sure you mute it because we'll probably be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Jeanette Stein is saying the need in my group is so big that they were begging help for Crystal, and Crystal is the perfect solution to this huge crisis everybody's having right now because you actually teach teachers how to go online and use e-learning and teach students on the internet, and like that's what's happening in our community right now where like Kentucky just canceled schools for the month and teachers are actually going in from like in some school districts from 10 to 2 and they're actually going live so students can ask questions, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it just how happens you have the solution to this problem right now.
Yeah. Right.
So if anybody's got any encouragement, I'll check that here in a few minutes on the chat. Make sure we give Crystal some love. There's a bunch of people watching this live as well, and tell her it's going to be okay because we all need a pat on the back right now. But let's be a little. So we don't. There's no way to know for sure. We think that there's going to be hope that you're going to get your Facebook account back. Last night, you made it sound like you logged in and nothing happened, and they just had like a big, like instead of the thumbs up emoji, it was a flipping the bird emoji, like the Facebook flipping you off. And so I think there's more hope here than we think. Okay.
Okay.
But we don't know when this is going to happen.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have got to think of other ways to grow your business right now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So one thing that you know that you have access to immediately is your email list. Like you have 1,700 people that know about you, right?
Yeah.
And Facebook ain't the only game in town, right? Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, but it's like I've been focusing mostly on Facebook. I've been LinkedIn a little bit, but YouTube, I just in the last couple of weeks, I've been like putting a few more videos up, but I have 14 followers on YouTube.
Right.
So.
Right. Exactly. Well, it's kind of like in the winter, like we're in Florida, so this doesn't count for you, but like, you know, like in the winter when a car is left outside overnight, like it gets like frosty, you know what I'm saying? And you can't see out the windshield, right? Well, maybe you normally focus all your attention out the windshield, but you're going to have to roll down the window and stick your head out right now. And we're going to have to find something else to focus on because that ain't going to work. So I think that the most logical way to go right now is probably YouTube. Okay. Because you can email your list and you can do YouTube lives, right? You can get on YouTube. You can tell them that you're going to be there. You can tell your. Do you use the Facebook group for your membership? Was that where you were building your community? Was it a private Facebook group, or do you have forums, or what do you have?
I do have a separate private group for my members, but honestly, we don't use it that often. Most of my members are just in the actual community on my website.
Okay.
But
okay.
No, the Facebook group, I'm always in that Facebook group. That I post in it at least once a day.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest that we do two things. Like Jocelyn just said, Twitter is huge in education. Okay. So I think you should move your daily posting over to Twitter. And we need to look up a bunch of education hashtags. There's a ton of hashtags. Like right now, SatChat. Jocelyn, is that SatChat? Is that what it is? Jeanette, you may know this too. I think it's hashtag SatChat's a big education one. And you're going to go on. Do you have a Twitter account set up for your business?
I do.
Okay. We're going to go to Twitter. We're going to start don't worry about nothing in the past matters right now, only in the future. Okay?
Right. That's true.
Because I see you shaking your head going, I never use it. Well, starting today, you're going to use it.
I just feel like I'm having to start all over. So it's really stressful.
You're not starting all over because you did what we teach in the Flip Your Life community and you built an email list.
No, I know. That's true. I do have the email list.
You are not starting over. Okay. Your phone broke and you got to go to the store and buy a new phone and hook it right back into into the line. Right. Like that's it. Okay. So Twitter is where you're going to start posting daily, and we'll set up a schedule. Like you'll try to tweet like 3 and 4 times a day. We'll start researching some relevant hashtags. Then I really want you to do something really prolific over the next month. I want you to go live for your Facebook members or for your members of your community. You can do live like on YouTube. I want you to go live on YouTube for them. And I want you to do a weekly member call. Okay. Do you use Zoom for your member calls? Actually, do you do member calls?
No, I mean, I'll do pre-recorded webinar trainings. Like I said, I haven't done lives.
Well, you're about to do lives. So this is a good warm up. Okay. I think that you are going to have to do for members. We're going to go live on Zoom once a week. You're going to have to you're going to build a new community based around your live calls to keep your members and retain them. Okay. So you are going to start saying it's Member Monday. Every Monday, you're going to be going live with your members on Zoom. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for your email list, for all your email list, people who are not members, all right, you're going to do Tuesday trainings. Okay. We're just going to make this up as we go. I'm just throwing things out there. So you're going to go live again on YouTube. You don't have to go live on YouTube. You can premiere on YouTube, which means you record it offline, put it online, and then set a time for people to like come in and watch it. Okay. But you're going to, in any crisis, go into pure service mode for your community and your membership and your email list. That's why we're doing this virtual summit. Joss and I are very well connected. And we are going to bring in all of our friends who have audiences, who have value, who have everything else. And we're going to put on this virtual summit. And we're going to be like, you know what? If we're all going to be trapped for the next month, we're all going to train every day. So we're going into massive service mode here. And like Jocelyn just said on the chat, this is not a setback. It's an opportunity, all caps. When you come out of this, maybe a month from now, you get your Facebook page back. You're going to have a Twitter following. Your people are going to be loving you because you've been Zooming with them every Monday. Your email list is going to get massive value because you're going to be giving them little 10-minute trainings every Tuesday, right? So they're going to be more likely to join their list. And you're going to come out of this, even if Facebook never comes back, it's their loss because you've built these followings on these other channels.
Right. No, that's true. I agree with Jocelyn's comment. I keep having to remind myself that it's a learning. I'll learn from this experience and I'll grow from it and be stronger in the end.
Right.
But,
so let's just go down a really prolific strategy. We've got Monday and Tuesday covered. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Monday is for members. Zoom. That's where you're going to build your new community. Forget the Facebook group. You're going to hang out live because everybody's trapped at home anyway because coronavirus.
Yeah.
Tuesdays, you're going to engage with your email list and grow your Facebook channel. It's going to happen. Okay. You're going to be really smart with your SEO. You're going to name these trainings and research them correctly with a tool like vidIQ. That's going to happen. Okay. All right. Wednesday, you told me, I think you do still have access to your Instagram account, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe Wednesdays we're going to like rock some Instagram stories just to have a day of kind of working on our Instagram page. Okay. All right, so we're crushing Twitter, we're crushing Zoom, we're crushing our members, we're crushing our email list, we're doing stuff on Instagram. Thursday, what kind of Pinterest strategy are you doing right now?
Oh, I did start a Pinterest, but I haven't been on there at all. I wasn't getting any kind of traction, but that was months ago. So
okay, maybe Jocelyn, who does Pinterest? One of your people in your mastermind does Pinterest. I want to read them out loud here and give them a shout out. Jocelyn, what's the domain name and the who does Pinterest? I forget. I don't want to say this incorrectly because I forget. So I think Thursday we're gonna like maybe grab a course or something on Pinterest and we're gonna go all in. Jocelyn used to have amazing success in the education space with Pinterest. And I think Jeanette does some stuff with Pinterest too. I'm not for sure, but we're just gonna try to grow another channel, and we're gonna see what happens. So let's just say Thursday is your Pinterest day, okay?
Okay.
And you're gonna think about ways to share your blog posts and go make images. Oh, Kate All, and what's Kate's? Let me see. What is Kate's website, Jocelyn? I'm gonna click on this and see if I can go to it. Kate All. Go to simplepenmedia.com. Huge shout out to Kate. Simple. I didn't want to mess up your domain name, but Kate. I thought it was you, but I didn't know your website, and Jocelyn's here. So simplepenmedia.com. Okay. And let's let Kate be our Bible for Pinterest going forward. Okay. Just pick one person, one guru, one expert. We're just going to do what she says because we're in a crisis. We don't have time to say, oh, who's the best, right? Because Kate's the best. And she's awesome. And I actually know she's awesome because Jocelyn hangs out with her. So let's go all in on Kate's training. Anybody else, if you want to learn about Simple Pen Media, check that out. Random shout out, not an affiliate, just a friend. All right. So Thursday, you're going to train on Pinterest and you're going to go to Canva and make Pinterest images and you're going to work on your Pinterest page on Thursdays. Okay.
What do you mean by train on Pinterest?
Like go learn about best practices. Kate is a professional person who teaches Pinterest.
Okay, now I get it now. Okay.
Yeah. Go train and say, well, what does you didn't get traction because you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, true.
So Thursday's the day you're going to learn how to do some Pinterest.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
All right, because we're going to diversify. Okay. All right. Okay. Friday, where else can we grow our audience? Give me some suggestions in the chat, people. What else can Crystal do to diversify her social following? That's the mistake you made. The mistake you made was not breaking Facebook's rules. The mistake you got an email list. You can email your list every day and tell them about your new thing you're doing on Pinterest, about your new thing you're doing on YouTube, about your new thing you're doing on Twitter, right?
Okay, right.
Do you have a scheduler?
LinkedIn, though.
Oh, LinkedIn. Let's go LinkedIn. Okay. Does anybody know anything about LinkedIn? Anybody? Give me some tips on LinkedIn if you got any in the chat. So let's talk about LinkedIn. I just redid my page the other day. I'm going a little harder into LinkedIn too. I have a LinkedIn group. It has like 100 something members. Okay.
And then I have like 1,200 followers on LinkedIn.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Anything you were doing on Facebook, just start doing it on LinkedIn.
Okay.
All right. So whatever you were doing in your LinkedIn group, do it. Whatever you were doing in your Facebook group, that's what you're going to do in your LinkedIn group. So just replace Facebook with LinkedIn. Okay. You can repurpose a lot of this stuff that you're doing, like your member calls and Q&As. You could upload that video to LinkedIn later in the week for the replay and then tell your members, hey, the replay of this will be posted on my LinkedIn group. Go join it. And that's going to grow the LinkedIn group some more with your buyers. We can take the YouTube trainings. We can you can post videos on your page on LinkedIn. So we'll repurpose those there. Okay.
Okay.
So Friday, we'll just devote to LinkedIn, and all of your Facebook group stuff you were doing every day anyway. You're just going to go do it on LinkedIn now. No big deal. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do? Webinars. Okay. So in any, this is another thing I do when things are going bad for any reason, it's time to sell. It's time to market and sell. So I think you need to go maybe a little overdrive on your email list, like doing a webinar every week. Maybe a Saturday noon webinar when you know everybody's home. And I'm telling you to work 6 days a week. I know what I'm doing here, but you just lost what you've been focusing on. We got to rebuild, right? When the house gets knocked down by the tornado, it's time to build a new house.
Definitely. That's all I do is work on this. So
I know, right? You've done amazing. Like you're one of our like shining examples of what it takes to really build a business from scratch. Like you've done this from scratch. But you didn't lose anything. All those people. Here's the beauty of memberships too. Can I just get on my soapbox for a minute, y'all? If you're listening to this on the podcast, on the Facebook Live, wherever I decide to share this thing, guys, Crystal's in not. Oh no, Facebook canceled me. You still got 54 members that are going to pay you this month, right? You're cool. Everything's fine. The money is what matters, and nothing's going to touch your money. Okay.
Right.
So we just got to figure out new ways. Jocelyn just said, remember that just because you can't post on Facebook right now doesn't mean that your followers can't.
No, they can't. I have it.
No, listen. Listen. Jocelyn, what Jocelyn's saying is, let's say you write a blog post, email your list and say, hey, my Facebook account got shut down. Could you share this post for me on Facebook email list? Because you're still on Facebook. Your profile's still alive and you love Crystal and what she's doing. Go ask your members and your people to be your evangelists and your ambassadors and go post when they can't. Oh, God. Dropping value bombs over in the chat over here, supporting me. I like it.
Jocelyn's so smart.
She is so smart. She's way smarter than all of me and everybody else. But that's what I'm saying. Like you got 1,700 people. You got 54 members. Their profile account 56. There you go. That's right. Everyone counts. They're not kicked off. They're not kicked off Facebook. You know,
right?
And like get them to say, "Hey, I'm doing a free training this week. If you could support me on," and just tell them they'll rally around you. You watch. If you email your people and say, "Hey guys, here's what's happened. I've got caught up in a bot thing. They've canceled my group. They've canceled everything. But you know what? This community is alive. I'm going to go live on Zoom. I'm going to go live on YouTube. We're going to be hanging out on Twitter. So here's my hashtag #elearning with Crystal or whatever. And then we're going to go join me on LinkedIn. You've got to go right now and then beg them to help you promote your thing. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And Jeanette, you've got friends like Jeanette can still share links to your stuff. If you go set up a webinar on Zoom and give her the link, she can say, hey guys, Crystal just got her Facebook account got shut down. You know how Facebook is. Could you all just go join her email list and do this webinar? Like she's going to do a free training for you guys. We can't do it here on Facebook. We can't share her group anymore. But you know what? We can support her. Just go opt in for her webinar. She's going to do a free training for our community this week. You know what I'm saying? And you could do it that way, right? Jeanette could even. Jeanette, are you still here? She might be there. Like Jeanette could. Jeanette still. Her Facebook group is still up. So we could do what me and you just did. She could broadcast it in her Facebook group for you. You know, like lean on your friends.
She was asking me yesterday about doing a training for her group, but we hadn't fully discussed it yet.
Yes, so. She just put yes, all caps. So like what you could do is Jeanette sets up the webinar on Zoom. Jeanette broadcasts live on Facebook, just that I'm doing right now. You can still do the training. The only thing is, instead of promoting your Facebook group, now Jeanette can say, hey guys, if you want to follow Crystal, go and opt in for her email list. She gives a lot of free resources away. Go and follow her on Twitter and LinkedIn. Like this Facebook wants you to believe they're the only game in town, and it's a tool. It's just one. It's one arrow in the quiver, is all it is. And if you ever get it back, like look what's going to happen. You're going to have all this other stuff going on. I need to do some of this stuff too. It's easy to fall into the Facebook comfort trap.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's not the only game in town, and we're not gonna let them dictate. The email list and the membership is your business, guys. I'm telling you, if you never listen to me about anything else, freaking have a monthly recurring revenue business supported by an email list, and download your email list at the end of every week so that you always have the CSV. If Infusionsoft shuts me down for some reason, oh well, I'll go over to Kajabi or Aweber or ActiveCampaign. They're not the only game in town either. Because I've heard of that happening. Infusionsoft's accounts get shut down, and it goes, oh no, I lost all my emails. Well, download the CSV once a month, and then you don't lose your business, right? Yeah. So what do you use a sharing tool like Meet Edgar or anything like that?
A sharing tool, like, what do you mean? Like social media posts?
Yeah. Like, what's the big one?
I have Recur. I do Recur posts. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
What can it connect to?
Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. I don't know if it does Pinterest. I know it does Twitter. I mean, I can get something else if.
Yeah, just look around and make sure that you've got something. I want you to be able to kind of have a way to organize all of this because we're trying to grow 5 channels at once.
Right, right. Yeah.
So it might be easier to have a single dashboard to be able to log in and like look for things and.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's probably what's everybody else use? Anybody else? What are you using for social sharing right now? We use Meet Edgar, but Meet Edgar is pretty limited. I think it's just LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. I think. I
haven't looked into Meet Edgar. I'll do that.
Yeah, it's all right. Recur Post is just like Meet Edgar. Jeanette says, okay, so that one should be good as long as you can get it on Twitter, LinkedIn, and maybe Pinterest. Maybe we can find. I think Pinterest has to have its own thing, though. I think a lot of them can't post to Pinterest.
Okay.
But anything you can do to kind of manage this process a little bit.
Right.
I think your main tool, though, is YouTube. I think that's the one where you're going to have a lot of success because there's search traffic going there. It's easy for you to drive your email list to it. Definitely YouTube, but man, this is going to be awesome, Crystal. You're going to come out of this better than you are now. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And how many people were in your Facebook group?
Well, as of the time, it was like 700 something.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, I was at like 400 something beforehand. So within a day, it grew like crazy. But as of now, I bet you there's hundreds of requests sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it's at 1,000 now.
Okay. Well, let's say it's at 1,000.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Our goal right now is to take the combined growth of your Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube channel subscribers up by 1,000. We can do that. We can raise 200 people a platform, and within 2 to 3 weeks, let's grow those platforms by 1,000, and let's use those platforms to grow your email list by 500 to 1,000. This will not affect you. You're still going to get paid by your members. You've got plenty of other options besides Facebook. There's still a little hope, but don't sit there and wait on Facebook. That's like waiting for an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. Forget them. I ain't waiting on you. Don't be calling me in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Like, screw Facebook. Like, if they come back, be like, oh, I guess I'll let you back into my life. You know what I'm saying? But but now it's like time to double down on something else. That's just what we have to do. You know, like when my Facebook account got disabled, luckily we got ads going again. But like, I was just like immediately like, it sucked. We dealt with it for about 12 hours, but we were already having the conversation of, okay, let's start some ads on YouTube. Let's start some ads on Google. Let's go turn on a Twitter ad. Maybe we'll try LinkedIn. I don't know. Right. Yeah. And at the end of the day, still got my email list. Worst case scenario, I've got my email list. Okay?
Yes, that is true.
Okay. So what about anything else you're feeling right now or questions? How does that make you feel? Are you feeling better?
I am feeling better. No, I think that's a great plan. I need to write it all out and get everything organized. But no, I feel good about it. I'm just hoping that my group will come back because it's the page too. So it's like,
it's okay. If they don't, I know a lot of millionaires that only have a YouTube channel. I know a lot of millionaires that have a Pinterest account. I know a lot of millionaires that only do LinkedIn. So it don't matter.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what the common thread of every millionaire that I know is? They have recurring revenue and a big email list. That's it. Mm-hmm. Every person I know that I hang out with that's successful, every person that Jocelyn hangs out with that's successful, they have a nice sized email list. They focus on building their list. They have a great product, which you have a great product, and they have some form of recurring revenue. Maybe it's payment plans, maybe it's a membership. But you know, like maybe they have great systems in place that produce consistent sales, but they have a way to make sure they're getting paid every month. They have a way to make sure they can communicate with their audience every month outside of all these social platforms. And that's what makes them successful, right? Mm-hmm. So you have done all the right things up to this point. You did nothing wrong to get your Facebook account. It's an algorithm. It's not even a human doing this to you. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And your business will your business, Jocelyn just said, this is a blessing in disguise. You
yes,
are going
thank you, Jocelyn.
Yeah, you're going to double down and get more followers and more customers out of this.
Okay. I appreciate you guys so much. I do
Listen,
feel a lot better now.
Emergency triage coaching for the Flip Your Life community, baby. That's what this is all about, right? I'm jumping in. I heard tears. I hear tears. I come a running.
Yes, I was definitely in tears for hours last night.
I know. Okay. Well, so I guess I want to thank you too. I know that you got out of your comfort zone, but we believe in the Flip Your Life community that we are better together, and we created the community so that we would never have to suffer alone. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what me and Jocelyn are here. We're here for you. We're here for everybody in the community. And now, and I know that you're here for the community. I know you talk to people in the community all the time. You help people all the time, and you share your wins. We share our losses. We share our frustrations together. And, I just really was passionate that this has happened to people, and this could happen to everyone. Mm-hmm. And I knew that our conversation would probably be something that everybody needed to hear if they're going to even think about starting an online business.
Yes, definitely. And have backups, like you were saying.
For sure.
I did not.
Scott just said, this is so helpful to hear this. So,
good.
So you have helped a lot of people today just by letting me air this and broadcast this. And when we put it out on the podcast this week, I know a lot of people are going to help it too, because nobody needs any added stress right now during this crazy time we're living.
Yes.
Okay.
I know, for sure. Thank you. I know. And you're right about the community. It's all like, just being part of this community has been amazing. I would be completely lost. I wouldn't be here at this point without everyone.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Crystal came to the live event too. See, I got to be live. Don't let, next time we see each other live, we may have to do the elbow bump though, and the foot tap right. From all the disease, but we'll be all right. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Thank you guys so much for listening today. I just want to reiterate some things that I said to Crystal as we close up shop here. Please be one, don't panic when something bad happens in your business. Jocelyn and I can look back at we've had one time, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in like 2015 or so, Jocelyn and I were waking up in Orlando, Florida to go to Disney World. And our community members started sending us a message saying we can't log in. There's a terrorist website has replaced Flip Lifestyle. Everything we had was down because we got hijacked by some terrorist bot, and it crashed our website. It shut down our community. We had skull and crossbones saying that like the jihad was going to destroy America flashing. It was crazy. We are on vacation in Orlando. The kids are in the stroller. At the same time, our bank accounts got hacked and got froze. I had one card left. I ran and got some cash just to make sure that we could get home. And you know what we did? We went to Disney. we got our kids. We said, you know what? We've reached out to the people to help us. We've got some cash in our pocket. We're here. We've got tickets. We're going to Disney. So our kids had a great time. We stayed until nighttime. The next day, we went to Walmart and we bought new computers because we were afraid our computers were hacked. We bought $200 computers, little cheap PCs, just in case, so we could log into things. Called our banks, got our bank accounts unfroze. That was the first step. We figured out how we got hacked. We figured out why we got hacked. It probably took us 2 to 3 weeks to figure this out. But you know what? We learned so much from this event. I look back at that event and how horrifying it was for us, for all of this stuff to be happening at the exact same time while we were on vacation, all this stuff. And we were new to business. We didn't know if we'd ever get our websites back. But you know what? We still had our email list. So we went to Aweber and we emailed our list and we said, hey, guys, this is what's happening. Okay. So that was the first thing we figured out. The next thing that we did, we separated our community and our Facebook page, our website, onto 2 separate websites. That way, if one went down, one was still up. So we learned. We put in new security systems, and we have not had any major problems since then. And we came out of that horrible nightmare stronger as a business, as a couple, and as a family. And I know that anybody listening to this, when you're going through bad times, that's the time to double down on success and figure out how to make it through the problem. Those are the businesses that are here forever. So do that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate you guys. If you got any problems, maybe you're having an emergency in the business, go to fliplifestyle.com/flipyourlife. Join the community, jump in the forums. I think I'm actually going to start doing more of these emergency sessions when people have catastrophes. So check that out. Get in the forums. We love you guys. Stay safe out there. Get your social distancing going on. Wash your hands and work on your business while you're trapped at home. And you know what? Your kids are there. Play with them too. So, all right, guys. Love you. Peace. We out.
That's all the time we have for this week. As always, guys, thanks for listening to the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast. And until next time, get out there, take action, do whatever it takes to flip your life. We'll see you then.
Bye.